I met a gypsy.
That's the thing that I remember thinking when I saw it. I was watching it live, and I, when it was all said and done, and everyone was out of the water and everyone was safe, I was just like, that's the world's most intense litmus test for Julian Wilson's like personality. I was like, you would want to know that you had that courage within yourself, but there's no way of legitimately testing it without like you can't build a fake test for like your courage or your like who you, because like you said, there's no thinking that goes on in that moment. That's pure reaction. And there's like a fight or flight response, and there's no way you can legitimately test that without a great white shark about to eat your friend.
Without that surprise factor, and there's no for sure. But like I look at it like anyone else would have done the same thing. And like if I was in that situation, I mean, it's that thing like treat others as you would
want to be treated yourself,
as you want to be treated yourself. And like that's just I think how I sort of live my life. And like if I was in that situation, and I would firmly think that Mick would do the same thing for me, but who knows, I don't know, but like that's just how I sort of see things.
Was there any hangover to that?
Oh,
like
for
any
sure.
weird consequences that like any shit you had to go through mentally to figure that whole deal out?
Like I mean, I was tied, or I was like 200 points back. I was like, it was real.
You were right.
It was pretty much tied with Adriano for the title at the time. I just won Fiji, second at Fiji, and I was in another final, and out of me and Mick, whoever won the final was going to be winning leading the ratings at the time, like going into the back half of the season. And to be honest, I'm a perspective person, and value driven, and like I was talking about before, just nothing would be more purposeful in my life than my family. And I don't know, put things in perspective for me. Like obviously I was in a super selfish place, mentally, and it was working really well, but it's a selfish space to be in. And it definitely put things in perspective for me in that moment. And then there was a lot of for requests, like people trying to like
media and stuff,
trying to almost like hero what I did in the moment, and like that made me really uncomfortable, because I was, the last thing I wanted to do was feel like I was celebrated in any way for my reaction, because it was just a reaction, and he was a friend, and that's just what friends do for each other. And like I just had his back, and then it made me I wasn't comfortable with the after effects of it, and I just wanted to play the best support role I could for Mick after it as well. And I just felt like that was my role to play from the moment it happened till he was able to sort of
whenever he was good
was good and settled again. So yeah, it was a significant moment, and it was new to me to be embedded in a world title race at the time and be that close. And if I was to win that heat, I'd be leading the ratings, and it was in a great place. And that was a new experience, and that was something that I was dealing with. And then I think adding a moment that touched the whole world, that then was taking trying to take parts of me that I wasn't willing to give, because I didn't believe that it was worth being celebrated in any way. I was playing a support role to Mick, in all ways, like from the moment it happened to after. I didn't want to be separated from that. Yeah. Like, so it made me uncomfortable, but it also was like, it's all right. Like it's all right. Like, you know, I did, I guess I did the right thing in the moment. That's what my body did. That's what I chose to do. But I felt like in no way was that like an individual moment that needed to be recognised. And that's just the character. I don't know. That's just who I am. Yeah. So it made me uncomfortable. And
man, that's such an impressive outlook to have. Like so many people I think would, you know, I guess even maybe subconsciously just leverage that moment. And you probably couldn't even really blame them. You know, I don't even think that you'd really look twice unless someone was going over the top with it. But
yeah,
you know, it's pretty incredible that you've got such a humble perspective on the whole situation.
Yeah. I don't know. It is the way that I handled it and like how I felt like I needed to handle it for sure. But was I bummed at the end of the year when like Adriano won the world title and, you know, I was a long shot at pipe. Like, you know, maybe if I was a bit older but I would have never experienced anything like that before it anyway. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I think even if it happened tomorrow, I still see it and value it the same way. Like it's
was it hard to get in the water again?
It was. I actually like we had plans. I was with my wife and I actually had a gnarly effect on my wife, to be honest.
Yeah,
she used to love coming for a surf with me and having a surf like, you know, semi-regularly, and she can surf. But after J-Bay, I think she surfed twice since. Yeah. Like it's really rattled her. Like she was like she felt like she couldn't do anything, like standing on the beach, just watching it sort of happen and stuff. And then she was like super worried about me going towards it. Yeah. Like what was happening, and like it was all too much for her. Which is fair enough, but it's definitely a bummer that it's impacted her like comfort in the ocean and stuff for sure. But we flew back to Newcastle after J-Bay, and that was what we had planned to do. And like,
luckily there's no sharks there ever.
Stocko's got none. I didn't go in the surf. I waited till I went back to the Sunshine Coast, and like my wife's dad was kind of trying to push for me to like get back out as soon as possible, just to like get on top of it. And I was like, I'm just wait till I get back to Coolum and go out, you know, at Coolum and like do it, you know, where I grew up, and it sort of started there.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.